Hey fuckos, this will be the third video on how to use a bunch of fencing ideas that I've collated over the years into LARP fighting. This will be how to use the, seeing David in the background, how to use the legs to defend the rest of your body. This is really cool because it's had carry-on effects to how I do all my fencing ever since I first learned it. This idea stems from Gareth Jones's interpretation of George Silver and how the first play that George Silver talks about works, which is from the open fight, which is like a distance that the other person must step to reach you. And you pull the front leg back to either behind or your feet together to void or dodge. And during that action, not after, not before, but during, that means the other person's arm will be extended and you go wonk. This is cool. At first, there's a couple of things that happen. The idea of the chicken scratch can evolve out of it, but also you can get good at it, and then you're like, oh, so that like I can hit things better, I can hit deep targets, I'm gonna keep my head and my shoulders there. Yeah, which then you end up here in this somewhat about to fall phase. Goes for the legs. And we've all seen every fucking LARPer who's like got some good steers to them do that 1,000 times. It's cool. It looks cool every fucking time. It looks sick. You're at a 45 and you're going go, 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 go. You're just batoning them. Oh, it's great. But the issue is that as David goes for that, I just want you to continue around the world, whack my arm. Oh, no, you're so polite, you tried to fence me, just walk. But yeah, I just stood on my shoelaces. So, you can see that because my legs are out from under me, I'm actually stuck in space. I spoke about this in the previous video. And then he can continue his attack and he can renew it. This isn't to my benefit. This is not to my benefit. The other thing is that that's only if they attack my legs that I pull my leg back. There is like Henry Angelo, this dude who wrote a saber/broadsword couple of lessons. I don't think the highest of it, but this idea that he gives, which is on all parries to pull the leg back, I think it's kind of neat. As like yeah, if I was only giving someone 10 lessons to feel somewhat vaguely capable with a sword, it's kind of based. You're not going to become a master sword fighter with it. Yeah. You're going to be less bad than you ever were from learning it, and I think that's kind of sick. I'm going to get David to attack my head with a non-compound attack. Just use the single sword for this one. Yep. And I'm just going to use a single sword, just so that we're more in frame. Yep. So David from that distance is going to dunk me in the dome. Chow! Goes to hit me. Cool. Now, I'm leaning forwards. From the previous lesson, I can't actually pull my leg back correctly. I can shove, and then as I shove, oh, you're so polite. Yeah, let's not be fake about this. I go to begin the shove. That impulse to begin the shove means that I'm impulsing, but nothing has changed yet. Then the continuation of that impulse, so another tempo, continuation of that action, then I begin going backwards. It's too slow, it's too late, I'm too close, it's never going to work. It's not real. Because I'm front weighted, I must use the tool. Boom! We learned that from the last one. Must use the tool if I'm front weighted. Cool. We actually also see that in Marozzo, which is right. If I'm rear weighted, or just at least my rear foot has the weight, David goes to hit my head, Well, not only am I further away, but still have things somewhat in place, so it's less likely to feel the need to come forwards. But I can start to begin to pull my foot back. Well, you're alive. Too close. I need you to go back a little. Well, we'll start getting to this distance. Well. So then the thing you're looking for is, cool, can I pull the rear foot back? Is pulling my rear foot back going to be able to pull my rib cage, pull my rib cage, pull my pelvis, my rib cage, my head, and then inadvertently my arms back for free? I told you we'd come back to this. Can I pull all those targets back with my fucking close? Or here, pop, playing, goes hit my head. Can I pull all of that back with nothing but my foot? And see, that was still a 1-2. So I'm still able to deal with the first action, and then it's only because I'm not continuing that something may nick. Well, right. Oh, what was that? There was a slight pullback and a slight push. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. No longer moving back. No longer moving back at an angle.
Yeah.
Straight back.
It's hard. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Wasn't there for that one. So the things I'm caring about for my own mechanics is how much can my leg going backwards cause the bulk of the defense. And then we can look at things like a fun little cue that I'll just tell you. This comes from Fabris. During the lift of his action, the lifting phase of David's action is when I begin the vast majority of my actions. So I answer his lift with my lift. That one where it just fucking zonked me and I'm like, yeah, I wasn't there for that one. I didn't begin my lifting phase till he was already halfway through mid-fight, and I was too late. And you could, if you go back now, you'll be able to see that. Playing. Well, if I wait until now, too late. If I wait until like that lift, it's going to be casual each time. Well, yeah, there was a moment where you could have continued, and that's where I'd have to play off it. But overall, as long as I'm watching that lift of his action, I can then lift and pull my leg backwards and begin my defense. So then I can be an absolute right shit and say I've got a shield or a sword. David maybe has the great sword. Boom. He goes to hit me somewhere. Boom. Go. All of a sudden it's really casual to change my foot angle, put the stick in the way, and then I'm free to do anything afterwards. I got to stay ahead the whole time. He's going slow, but all these impulses are in time. I just went, fuck it, front weight, must use the tool. Rear weighted, use my leg to defend almost everything. See, I'm using my feet for most of that defense. For most of that. And you'll see that I had some hiccups before when it was just a single sword. You're right. But using my feet to defend means that my arms, my torso lean, and then all the other tools we've talked about and will talk about get to layer on top. Try and use your feet as often as possible. You can see where I was able to slot some kind of casual interactions in. Is there anything that you want to add to that?
When you do this, make sure that you don't rush to the hip. Like, don't hurry to get your foot back down or hurry to get back into the interaction. Let it take the time it needs to. And in that same way, don't rush to get out of the way. If you lean your head back too far, you're gonna be actually stuck there. Make sure that your body is moving with your head together, and you're not accidentally offsetting your hips and then going, oh, why does it take so long to get back in?
Yeah, you can see the ones that I glitch, and it's like, oh, you can see that is the difference.
Yeah. You want to earnestly make sure you're here and letting them give you their week, essentially. If that helps you approach it in a more calm manner, you just go, yep, thank you for that, and now I can continue to the next tempo.
Alright, yeah, I got nothing else I want to add to that. Hopefully this gives you something to work with when you go play whack bats next. I don't know, practice it very lightly, drunk at most, at the next fucking house party with LARPers that you're at in the backyard. I don't know, I used to do that all the time. Thank you all so much. In the description you'll see a Patreon where that is helping me pay my bills and function as this moron who cares so much about sword fighting that I don't have anything else. So like, I need to pay my bills, right? And I'm so appreciative and so thankful for all the support that people keep giving me, and hopefully this helps you self-actualize and have fun at your silly whack-bat games. Thank you.